Wake up, Gwen!
Figured it out yet? You square off with them, and then Finn, when he does it, you're gonna do a 180.
In the first movie, they had such a connection, and you know, they were so close and cared so deeply with each other, and it's the same here. But you know, Finney, after the first movie, has so much built-up anger, and you know, even with his dad and everybody, you know, he doesn't, you know, he's not the same. There's not that lighthearted, you know, innocent kid anymore. You know, he was forced to grow up, but there's little moments with Gwen where, you know, that's where Finney shows his softness. That's where he really cares, is about his sister. He will lay down anything for her.
That's so cool when you do that.
I think we should practice one right now.
Yeah, I would love to practice.
Yeah, you can feel holding yourself here.
Gwen has these dreams, or visions, you could call them, and they help her see the future sometimes, and also she's able to see things from the past and also talk to dead people.
We found this place, Camp Candalor. And as soon as I went on to that, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm back in Denver, in the Rocky Mountains in the early 80s. But at the time, there was no snow on the ground. We were planning on making fake snow, and so we were stuck. I didn't know what was gonna happen. And then the one true movie god smiled upon us and dumped more snow in a shorter period of time than they've ever had up there on record. When you see the snow in the movie, that's real snow. We put, you know, of course, we built the phone booth where it is, but that frozen lake and that mountain range is real, that's behind it. People might think that's green screen. It's not, it's real.
Drop. Just like that.
I was so curious on how they were gonna even make a second one, since the first one was so good. You know, it's the grabber died. Did he die? We never seen his body, I don't know. So when I actually got the email and I seen Black Phone 2 and I started reading the script, every page was just truly a masterpiece. You know, I think Scott and Cargill really did a good job with this one, and everything about it. I really found myself to be going on this roller coaster of emotions where, you know, you're scared. It's scary. In my opinion, I think this one is scarier than the first one. And, you know, you have your funny moments, you have your romantic moments, you have your, you know, then your really empathetic moments. And I just think overall this movie just really will resonate well with the audience.
What I love about this movie is that it doesn't just tell another scary story. It peels back the layers of what we have already learned. We get to explore Finney and Gwen's family, the trauma they've inherited, and how there is more connecting them to the grabber than they may have realized.
Yeah. That looks awesome. Really creepy.
He's become even more monstrous. We've amplified everything that was awful about the grabber, and now this is who the grabber is as a supernatural creature, and he's a truly terrifying beast of nothing but rage and sadism.
Gwen, the dreams, you say they tell you the future.
I loved the script. I thought it was very powerful, very well put together. And then the characters, of course, you know, I'm always looking for something that I haven't done before, something that can help me also stretch my own, you know, way of doing things. And I found that on the script and in the character.
Finney is an angry dude. Finney's he's an angry guy. He is he's super. He's all, even from the first movie. He's been such a complex character, and even more so now. And it's just a whole journey of him deciding whether or not he wants to face the grabber or not.
I said my name is Gwen.
Hello, can you hear me?
Demian Bashir plays Mondo, and he's the head of the camp. I love Demian so much. He makes working on a horror movie so much fun. Literally in between every single take, he would sing or dance or like crack jokes and stuff. And so getting to talk to him and obviously work with such an incredible actor like him, I mean, I felt so honored and like, I'm so grateful.
I think Black Phone 2 is a pretty uniquely disciplined and layered audio-visual experience. There's a lot of effort and detail in the look of the Super 8 film, what we did with the Super 8 film, how we integrated it with the digital photography of the movie, so that the visual experience of the movie is not gonna look like another movie that you've seen. I don't think I've ever seen a movie in a theater with more Super 8 material in it than this one. And it's not just Super 8 material, it's very specific film stocks and very specific processing, very specific look that we wanted for the movie. And sonically, it's an extremely disciplined production also. My son Atticus Derrickson did the score, and the integration of the score and this expressive sound design, and the sound of the winter elements of the movie, the music that plays, some of the needle drops in it, all of that lends itself ultimately to a very cinematic experience.
Finn is played by Mason Thames, a great young actor we found in the first film who we are excited to work with again. And Finn is, Finn is struggling. He went through such a terrible experience. As much as it was a coming of age story in the first movie, as time has worn on, it's really messed with him. He came through it all right. He came through it strong. He, killed the grabber, but now that weighs on him, and it weighs on him every night, and he's haunted by the grabber, and he sees him everywhere he goes, and he's trying to numb himself to that with substance abuse.
Here at Blumhouse, we always say horror is better together. It's such a unique experience to be vulnerable with your friends, family, and a few complete strangers. Black Phone 2 is no exception. From the sound design, to the atmosphere, to the striking cinematography, it's the kind of movie that's just better in the dark, with a crowd, and nowhere to run.